my party. We're just getting started. A life is a dream or a nightmare start.
Good morning, everyone. Hopefully you guys had a great Monday. Mondays are the best, right? Oh my God, who's this guy kidding? I see a lot of people in the chat, but I'm not sure if I'm actually live. If you can give me a 5x5 on both platforms, that would be super duper. The YouTube is kind of acting a little weird, to be honest with you. It says that there's only 4 people in here, but I've seen like a boatload of chat. So I know there's more than 4 people in there. There we go. That's better. It just doubled. So it's basically 8 to 5 right now, but we'll give it a second to pop right in. Also, if you guys are on the not seeing me correctly on the Rumble side, hit the refresh button, F5 on your keyboard. If not, just swipe down really hard like you mean it, Okay, so getting this started here. I don't even know if the Rumbles is working, to be honest with you. So I guess we'll see what happens. I'm not confident that it is working right now. So, anywho, let's see here. You know what? Let me follow my own advice here because I just did that. But let's go ahead and hit that refresh button real quick. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, looks like it is working at the moment. Let me get that pop out chat once again. I'm a one-man band over here. Making all this happen on 2 tiny little screens, which is redunculous. Okay, so let's see here. Quick admin stuff. Obviously, guys, Prepstock is right around the corner. If you don't have your tickets, go to prepstock.net. Buy them now. Start finding a place to stay. It's going to be a kick-ass time. Let's see. Also, if you have not transferred your Patreon memberships over to a YouTube membership, you need to do that. Most Ricky tick. You're missing out on a lot of stuff that's going on over here. I hate to see these people that are stuck in the Patreon world that refuse to give their money to YouTube, and I have to respect it, but I also have to be me and say you're missing out. Anywho, there's a link in the description, by the way. Let's see. I've got a poll starting over here on the Rumble side, and obviously, this is talk about the food shortages that seem to be creeping in on us. No one can actually tell us for sure if it's going to happen. If you saw my video yesterday on the strike, the pending strike, as that will be midnight, October 30th, it could have a significant effect on our world, very similar to that thing that we can't speak of and all the problems that we had. Unfortunately, they're already preparing for it. If you listen to what I had to say, they are already preparing for it, which means that they're like, oh, well, we'll figure this out. We'll let the government get involved. No, they're already preparing for it. Like, by the way, you may not be able to buy some things for Christmas, that kind of stuff. You guys should know I don't do the fear porn thing, but I do tell you to be prepared for some of the levels of stupidity that we are getting into. We're going to go ahead and skip the poll real quick. I see people are still putting votes in right now, but on the Rumble side, look, Hecktown Honey, first and only person to check in. Thank you very much. Current score is 21-6. YouTube is winning. And Cindy Hoffman, good morning. And first, Jordan O'Neill, you are number 2. And what do we got here? Rose Stoller, you are deterred like that. Okay. And then we're going to say good morning to Catitude. We got Cindy. We got JB. Who else we got in here? We got Scorpion Metals. I don't recognize you, Scorpion. Make sure you hang out with us. Hit that subscribe button. We got Bob Pitas in the house. Cindy's writing me a whole paragraph. I'll come and check that out in a minute. Where we got here? Bradley's in the house. There we go. Ian's over here. Cool Colt made it. Good to see you, bro. Edith Wallace. I don't outside catfishing. I like that. That's kind of cool. I don't recognize you. Make sure you subscribe to the stream. JB gives me that 5x5. Looks like everybody gave me a bunch of 5x5s. Life Done Free. What's going on, Tad? Good to see you, Broseph. Good to see you. Bradley Collins is in the house. We'll see anybody new. And I think I covered everybody worth covering. If I didn't cover you, My brain's like, you're not worth it, but I know that's not true. That's just the dark side. It's the dark side kicking in. Okay, and I'm going to go back to what was that? Cindy says, if you have a Dollar General near you, check out Christie's Connections for clearance and penny items. I'll be leaving to get chocolate, Mars, candy bars, surprise pennies, 55 count like Halloween candy. I got you. Okay, good. All right, let's see here. I got you sub. Thank you, Scorpion. Appreciate it. Been called worst. I got you. Let's see here. All right. So, obviously, the title of the video and the thumbnail should be letting you know that there is rumblings about the things that are happening in the world that may cause us to get in out of the. Hopefully, we'll never have to experience the toilet paper apocalypse of 2019 again. But it's smart to keep your ears to the wall and be listening with your cup of evidentiary thought thingies. And I know I'm just making words up at this point, but anyway, you should be paying attention. Situational awareness. There you go. So on the current poll, it is what is the best way to prepare for food shortages? And 62% build a food stockpile, 25% start a home garden, 12% support local farmer markets, and 0% says raise chickens for eggs. I can feel it already. That yawn is coming on. That yawn is trying to come on so hard. All right, so we're going to go ahead and get right into it. Bring on the hat. And I don't know what that means, Jordan. Let's see here. So with food shortages returning, there's concerns about food shortages have become more prevalent in the last few months, driven by various contributing factors that have heightened uncertainty about the future of food supplies. We tend to be hyper aware when we see something that doesn't make any sense to us. A fire at an egg farm in January, that killed 100,000 chickens, amidst rising egg prices, raised fears of worsening shortages. However, there is this event likely had a minimal impact on the overall egg supply, as roughly 50 million hens are still active in commercial production. Despite the relatively small impact of this incident, it brings attention to a broader pattern of disruptions, including multiple fires at food production facilities throughout 2020. The number of such incidents remains uncertain, with estimated range from 20 to 95 incidents. As usual, guys, a quick reminder, the way this works is I say something, you type something, I talk about what you've typed, and then we can keep this stream going. While some claim these events point to larger systemic issues or even deliberate foul play, conclusive data to support these theories is lacking. Furthermore, rumors, including those suggested that government officials have discussed artificially creating food shortages, have fueled conspiracy theories. However, the ongoing conflict between Russia and Ukraine, two major food and fertilizer exporters, is more concrete and significant contributor to global food supply disruptions. Now, we already talked about the strike yesterday and how that would disrupt some of our food supplies, the logistical chain. There still are chickens being like processed here, sent to China for whatever, and then sent back to us. I don't know who thought that was a good idea. I mean, there's got to be something in it for somebody, but I don't know who thought that was a good idea, but those kind of things still happen. We've got, there's, and we're going to go over it because there's a lot of different variables. Oh, my nose is killing me and my allergies, and it's going to be a great day. But we're going to cover that all. Let's see here. Viking Queen showed up. Good morning, young lady. Good to see you. Horned or winged hat? You guys want me to? No, I'm sorry. That's a members only thing. Cindy. Cindy is referring to the mighty horned. It's a Viking tinfoil hat that I have. that I only use during the members chats. If you want to see it, you know how to get there. Okay, so let's see here. What really started all this kind of stuff? The lasting effects of that thing that we can't speak of are another key factor affecting food supply. Supply chain disruptions and economic challenges caused by that thing are still impacting the food industry. The decisions made to protect public health during the pandemic, while necessary, did not fully account for the long-term economic consequences. As a result, food production and distribution systems, including major corporations and farms, are still grappling with the fallout. Consequently, shortages and price increases for essential goods such as eggs, grains, and even prescription medications have become more common. Now, on that segment right there, basically just hit everything in the world with a 20% increase. Why this is happening? One side wants to blame price gouging. It's a game that they're playing. The other side wants to blame the other for whatever reason. I don't understand what the blame game is all about with these people, because it doesn't make any sense. Find the problem, solve the problem, and that's it. It's that simple. Has anybody else noticed that the price of gasoline has been locked at $2.99 for almost a month? Just cause? Has anybody else noticed that? Because it kind of used to like fluctuate every week, that kind of thing. Even when it was bad and even when it was good, it kind of fluctuates. But kind of $2.99 everywhere in the nation for some reason. Well, except for California. But anywho, I did see some lower gas in North Carolina last month. But once you get above the Mason-Dixon line, it's all $2.99 everywhere. Cindy says $2.75 gas Sunday here. Gotcha. Do both stock, Pale and Farm. Cindy says, get free eggs from the Amish here since I hook them up with Hutterites for free chickens. Then they bring in new laying hens. Gotcha. $2.99. That is a pipe dream. JS Badger, morning. Keep it low and keep them happy for the new election cycle. Yeah, exactly. The point I'm making is that the price of gas hasn't changed in about a month. And it's lower than normal. I will say it's lower than normal for this area, probably by anywhere from 20 to 50 cents. I think if I use my Rofo card, I got it for $2.89 yesterday. So it's just interesting how mysteriously, because it's an election, it's the election is right around the corner, that gas prices are just kind of like frozen in time. Let's see here. Hicktown Honey says Thrive Life has a deep discount on FD milk and tomato powder. That's pretty good. She also says we are getting tanks together and getting fuel delivered for deeper discount. I like it. Preston showed up. Sorry I'm late, Captain. Good to see you, bro. Good to see you. Okay. So I guess the big thing is it's really easy to focus in on a lot of different things, but the eggs actually kind of determine a lot of things as far as the market goes when we start talking about food prices. One clear example is the factors that coverage the recent surge in egg prices. A combination of inflation, seasonal demand, and a supposed avian flu outbreak has strained the supply of eggs. Where are we at here? Farmers face raising costs for feed, labor, and transportation, while the avian flu has reduced the hen population, further constraining production. In addition, higher meat prices have driven consumers to seek alternative proteins sources like eggs, increasing demand at a time when supply is already limited. The imbalance has led to a significant price hikes, not just for eggs, but for products that rely on eggs, such as baking goods. Let's see. I guess where is it all going? And you guys have been awful quiet in the chat here. Let's. You're acting like it's a Monday when it's definitely a Tuesday. let's see here. And going to the YouTube poll, what is the best way to prepare for food shortages? 61% build a food stockpile, 30% start a home garden, 8% support local farmers, and 4% raise chickens for eggs. Looks like you guys are knocking the poll out of the park. I appreciate 24 votes, 35 people in there. That's pretty awesome. So keep up the good work. Chuck says, I just got here. There you go, Chuck. The militarist just eats squirrel, rabbit, and can spam MRE. Yeah, I mean, so I'm gonna put you yuck spam. What the militarist is saying is just you eat alternate food sources, and what I've found is that over the last couple of months, been dipping into the preps much more than I normally do. No, I can't do that, Karen. I can't talk to you right now. Um, I've been using the preps way more than I normally have because as I replenish the pantry, it's like, wait a minute, I normally only have to buy 4 or 5 cans of this. And it's an indicator. It should be an indicator that you've been using your preps, that the economy is not super great, because now you have less preps on hand than you would normally have, so it's very interesting. Amanda Evanson at Happy Hippie Homestead. That is quite the name on YouTube, Amanda. Matter of fact, thank you for being a YouTube member, but I don't remember your name being that long. I'm just calling you Amanda. Wit World finally made it up to a live. Usually I'm at work. I got you. Well, at least you're subscribed. I guess that's a positive thing. Let's see here. But what the hell was I just talking about? Oh yeah, noticing that I'm digging into my preps even more. If you has anybody else been like noticing that they're in their preps more? As far as like rotationary, than I'd say in the last 2 or 3 months, maybe. If you have, put something in the chat because I'm kind of curious. Let's see. Amar says, learn to forage, hunt, fish, and farm in your area. Learn your artisanal skills. Yes, absolutely. Laser, good morning, my friend. By the way, you are number 2. Yeah, I mean, having those skills is definitely something everybody wants to have, but things like family requirements, the job, there's a lot of things that keep people from doing that. And I think it sucks because I honestly believe that if we had a little bit more time to ourselves, that we would probably be learning all of these skills just as rapidly as possible. The military says, I get stuff to last long. I got you. Let's see here. Will's World says, I'm doing no spend September, cleaning out freezers and old preps to make room for restock. Yeah, I mean, that's a great idea, Will's World. It's Will's World. Wit's World. I'm just calling you Wit. Because if that's your name, Wists, that's gotta be really hard on your childhood. But yeah, I've done the no spend months before, and they do work. If anything, they just keep you from spending lots of money, is what they really do, which is great for your bank account. Makes you feel good, and makes you get all like warm feeling in your belly because you don't feel like you're living paycheck to paycheck. But yeah, it does kind of clean things out. But now, if you're in the preparedness space, then you now got to put it all back. But yes, it does get rid of all your old stuff too. Let's see here. And that's a great comment, Wit. Sydney says, in my preps, more since I wanted to expand recipes with preps and get my digestive system used to prep items more. I tell you what. So the other night on the weekends, me and the girlfriend just kind of eat whatever we want to eat. And what is going on? Hold on a second, guys. Okay, so sorry about that, guys. The first phone call was from a friend, and then the second phone call was from the girlfriend. I realized that that was extremely unprofessional of me, but I do realize. I would hope that you realize that two phone calls in an order like that could actually signify an emergency, and I can't just ignore that for a live stream. So I'm going to be delivering a raincoat to somebody here in the next few minutes. So, but I'm not going to kill the live stream. I'm just going to I'm just going to walk it where I need to walk it. It'll take me like 2 minutes tops. Maybe I'll find something for you to watch or something. Where are we at here? Amanda says, hold on a second. I missed something. Oh, what I was telling you guys, and I'm going to actually have to come back and read these chats for you guys. Tuck says, that's hilarious, Tuck. Stop it all. You belong to us now. But what I was telling you was, so on the weekends, we kind of just eat whatever we want, and we were both hungry, and she was like, so what's for supper? And I was like, man, what the hell? And so I literally went and grabbed like a handful of like those Mountain House meals. And I was like, here's your choices. And so she picked, I think she picked like beef stroganoff or something. And I made that for her. And I gave it to her, and I was like, oh my God, these are like the worst meals. And she's like, I love these things. I'm like, well, nice to know in the apocalypse, you're going to be happy with Mountain House beef stroganoff. So, it's the things that we don't really know until we actually try, until we actually like put some effort into it, or we actually do. Interesting stuff. Let's see here. I'm going to try and get one of these in here before I have to stand up for a second. You know what? I probably need to find you guys something to listen to that won't get me kicked off of YouTube. It's so hard to do. I may literally just have to turn some music on for you. Let's see here. Whitney. Okay. Whitney. Whit. That's so hard to say. It's like you can't stop saying it. Whit. It's gotcha. Whitney. Okay. I'll try and remember that, Whitney. Let's see here. Seriously, I'll try. Walmart type spam is better than regular canned ham, though. I don't know about that, but I mean, when we're talking about spam, pretty much anything's better than spam. Some people love it. Even as a kid, I didn't grow up on it, but I mean, I was given it, and I would eat like spam and mustard sandwiches. And I've even had people try to make like a spam burger. You basically take the spam and then you crush it up into like hamburger, put some spices in it, and then fry it like a hamburger. I've had that before. That's not bad. It depends on the spices you put in it. Let's see here. And Tuck even says, me too, a bit beyond normal rotation. Yeah. Learn how to forge. We did that already. Let's see. Doing the no spend. I'm going through the chat trying to figure out what people are saying here. Where are we at here? In my preps, more since I want to expand recipes with preps and get my digestive system used to prep items more. We did that already. We already did that. I'm buying Thanksgiving ingredients now. Yes, if you can find, somebody. I even told people during that video that I made yesterday about the possible strike that maybe now is the time to get all of your Christmas and Thanksgiving goodies. If you can find a good deal on a turkey for almost nothing, now would be the time to do it. But unfortunately, they kind of like those deals are normally after Thanksgiving, that kind of stuff. But if you can get your hands on one, then I would definitely do that. Throw it in the freezer. Edith says, ordered bulk meat from the butcher at a locked-in prices. I like it. Okay, he's gone. What's the gossip? Jordan, you're a troublemaker. Sandra, welcome to the stream. I am dehydrating and prepping herbs today. Did the freezer rotate and purge oldest items. Nice. Shared with the local food bank. Now that I like. That I like. Where we got here? I had planned to start a channel a few years back, but just can't find the time. Well, we're the homestead, indoors and out, with myself and running. If I got you, rescue stray cat. I got you. You know, I'm retired, so I have time to do this stuff. I mean, I still have like a job, but it's only so many days a week, and it's never before 10. So it is what it is. Where are we at here? They won't let me raise chickens in my apartment here. Yeah, Brandon, that's kind of the way it goes. But you might want to think about bunnies. They'll never know. Where are we at here? You were saying was use your preps, but make sure you fill them back up. Yes. My preps are based on a large pantry rotation. I have multiple shelves, and I eat off of my preps. And then I keep a list of the things that I eat. And then when I go to the store once a month, I'll just buy all that stuff back. That way I always have it. I'm 3 years into this, so I have plenty of food stored away. I hate to say it, but when I say 3 years, I mean, that's when I really started like hardcore prepping. I've been prepping since 2008 with this, a little bit that. I bought a lot of long-term storage freeze-dried food, which we're edging up on that time where I might actually have to start consuming it and buying more, which would be a real pain in the butt. But prices have really come down since when I purchased that stuff. I purchased my freeze-dried food from the original Thrive company that is now branched out. But and that was like $1,500 for like a year's worth of food back then. Let's see here. JB is trying to get the girlfriend to understand that we should use and replenish our preps. Yeah, exactly. I mean, if your girlfriend cooks, why isn't she cooking with all your preps? You know what I'm saying? Why not make her understand that? By the way, I don't know anybody who doesn't like to have a large pantry. Who wouldn't like to have like a large selection of foods and spices and flavors? Oh my. You know, I don't know anybody that wouldn't like that. Where are we at here? As everyone has their guilty pleasure foods. Yes. I'm in the process of making my lecture for the Kentucky Sustainable Living Expo, I think it is, or something like that, and a preparedness expo. And it's obviously going to be, and Jordan, yes, I believe you were the one who told me just stick to the ABCs, or the 3 pillars of water, food, and security, and talk about preparedness 101. And that's what I'm going to do. But you should definitely have your guilty pleasure foods, because it's great for morale, and it keeps people from going a little nuts. If you think you're going to survive on beans and rice for the apocalypse, you're not. You're going to die of diarrhea. Death by diarrhea. Jalapeno spam. That doesn't sound bad. As a kid, we used spam at fish bait and something to munch on. Okay, that's good, Brad. I like that. Chocolate, not spam. Yes, get the good kind. Get the dark chocolate, because it will last longer in the apocalypse. Let's see here. Sarah says, start making all my own bread. Easy, but also pasta, which is more time consuming. Yeah, get yourself a pasta machine. Get yourself one of them pasta rollers. It's a game changer. Baron says, I really like cereal. Yeah, I mean, cereal's not bad for preparedness, but you've got to have the dehydrated milk to go with that. Well, I guess it could be okay. I would make sure that you know what oil content your cereal has if you're going to store it long term. Let's see here. Quail in cages, an option. Oh, you're talking about, okay. In Hawaii, they take spam to fine cuisine. Oh yeah, they love their spam in Hawaii. I don't know why. I never understood it, but they love their spam in Hawaii. Hey, Star Canada, good to see you, lady. Good to see you. Let's see here. I can't have any exotic pets. I have a cat, but I won't be eating her. Cats don't taste good anyway, Baron. Yeah, so take my word for it. Let's see here. Started quail this year, third batch in a few months, just seeing if I can, I see a butcher raise, etc. Gotcha. Oh, we got here. Grow in garden, can and freeze for consumption. Dehydrating after freezing. Canned juice to make jam winter. Plus smells good. I like it. I like it, Cindy. Let's see here. Cheese, my guilty pleasure. Man, you guys really blew the chat up. I appreciate it. Pasta roller on my KitchenAid Mixer Plus manual pasta make. There we go. There we go. Just trucking. Good to see you, bro. I don't recognize you. Make sure you subscribe. My daughter came over this past weekend to grocery shop from my preps. It helps me on my rotation since I'm a single guy. That is an OTR, over the road trucker. Gotcha. I gotcha. Yeah, I mean, yeah, because then you can help her out, and then now you get to like rotate your stuff. It's logical. It's logical. Paradigm shift showed up, and you are deterred in Rumble. How much did I miss? About 32 minutes worth. Let's see here. Spam was a war staple from military in Hawaii. I got you, Jordan. Don't need milk for cereal, just eat it from the box. No, because your body, I'm tracking with you. I was a kid once too. And, but your body has to hydrate that with the juices that are in your body. That's why we actually use a liquid to loosen things up. Otherwise you would have some serious problems. Sandra says, anyone use a grinder better than KitchenAid for wheat berries? KitchenAid takes hours to grind 3 to 4 cups of flour. I honestly, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I've never had that many problems using that. I've never had to grind for that long to make anything. Maybe, and I'm going to sound a little stupid here, Sandra, but maybe you need to adjust the grinder settings. I could be completely talking out of my ass here, but it sounds to me like you might want to check your grinder settings. And if not, then I don't know what to tell you. Eating cereal dry is like eating ramen dry. Exactly. Star. Hey, fellow trucker, my husband trucks in states. Thought he was living in Canada. I will worry about his travels so far from home. Minute rice also takes less water and heat. It does cost more per pound. I stock with both kinds. Yeah, I like the minute rice. I do have some minute rice in my preps, but it's not for long. I don't do it long term. I don't. I just buy it, keep in the bag, and use it as needed. Lehman catalog gas goes ones that Amish use. I think Cindy is talking about the grinder. So check out the Lehman catalog. Meat spam stands for special prepared American meat. Did not know that. Let's see here. Good grinders cost a lot, about $400. I believe it. And Cindy is once again saying the Lehman catalog has grinders. Okay, I think that was probably my cue. I'm going to play some music, guys. I shall be right back. Okay. Here we go. Let's play some rock. There you go. All righty. Okay, there we go. Sorry about that. Unfortunately, real life always takes priority. Well, you guys are just chatting it up while I was gone, huh? He's gone. Now what? Woohoo, free tunes. Let's see. I think we're good. Guitar. All right, what do I got here? Let's see. Amanda says, I have and love a Roots and Branches brand hand crank grinder. It has an add-on available to make it electric, but I can hand grind 3 cups of wheat berries in less than an hour. Why does it take so long? I don't understand. I don't. Is this common? Cherry bread, whole grain, use fiber, use cornmeal, flour. I'm allergic to wheat, so the grinder isn't worth $400 to me. Drill attachment for old manual grinders work well, plus expanded hopper. Okay. Wheat is hard work. I got you. And the show continues. There you go. All right, let's see here. Oh, we actually have some stuff over here on the powdered cheese. Paradigm says powdered cheese from Bulk Barn, made with real cheese and stored in glass with oxy absorbers. Lasts for years so far anyway. Powdered cheese from Bulk Barn. Bulk Barn, huh? That's interesting. Let's see what that's about. Bulk Barn Foods on YouTube. On YouTube. Bulkbarn.ca. Gotcha. It's Canadian. It's Canadian. It's Canadian products. Bacon and green beans, clean and personal care, keep and directorate. I don't like your webpage, but I'm going to go look at it anyway. Okay. Yeah, I'm looking. Where are we at here? Hold on a second here. I was looking at products, but it is what it is. And going back over here and boop. there's a link. Bulk Barn. Boop. Not an affiliate. Let's see here. Okay, so let's get back on point, guys. Let's get back on point. Where is this all going? Where's this all going? Looking ahead, it appears that food shortages will continue to affect a variety of products, not just eggs. Bottled water, cement, grains, poultry, lettuce. Even medications may face supply chain disruptions in the coming months. While these shortages may not result in completely empty shelves, as seen during the height of that thing that we can't talk about, they'll likely drive prices higher and make it more challenging for consumers, particularly those with limited financial resources to afford essential goods. Man, I need to trim my mustache. It's driving me nuts. Shortages like these disproportionately affect lower income households who are less able to absorb rising prices than wealthier individuals. In response to these growing concerns, preppers and those who seek greater self-reliance are encouraged to take proactive steps. Building a food stockpile is one of the best investments that individuals can make in the current climate of rising prices. Non-perishable foods such as rice, canned vegetables, beans, and grains can be stored for long periods and provide essential sustenance during shortages. Stockpiling also helps protect against inflation, as food prices tend to rise faster than most other goods. Moreover, for those with the means and space, starting a home garden or raising chickens could be particularly beneficial. Growing fresh produce and keeping chickens for eggs can significantly reduce dependency on grocery stores and mitigate the effects of rising food costs. Going to the chat. Let's see here. Paradigm Shift says, I buy whole brains. I'm going to say brands. Bulk by the ton from our local grain elevator. Grains, you buy whole grains. Local grain elevator. It's the only way to go for me. They'll sell me half tons and quarter tons. Wow, that's a lot of tonnage. That's a lot of stuff. Let's see here. Is it what wheat allergy? Okay. Cindy Hoff said, need lots of water, food, and preps sooner rather than later. That is your point. Yes, that is the point. Let's see here. Our world keeps getting more and more chaotic and crazy. Ugh, excuse me. My goodness. Why do you guys make me do this in the mornings? I just want to sleep more. All right. So a couple other things, guys. So beyond stockpiling, individuals can expand their preparedness strategies by exploring food preservation techniques such as canning, dehydrating, and fermenting. These methods extend the shelf lives of homegrown produce, ensuring a reliable food supply throughout the year. Building connections with local farmers through farmers markets or community-supported agriculture programs can also create an alternative source of fresh food outside of the traditional supply chain. Supporting local food producers not only reduces reliance. I can't even apologize. It just keeps coming out of me. Supporting local food producers not only reduce reliance on global food systems, but strengthens community resilience in times of crisis. Let's see. Invest in a water bob. Killer Smurf. Good to see you, man. Water bobs are okay, but the only thing I don't like about them is you fill them up, and then when like the problem passes, like a hurricane or whatever it may be, you've got to hang them out and let them dry properly so you can store them. It's a pain in the butt. It's not good for long term. And if it were the apocalypse, you may want to use your bathtub for more than just filling it up with water. But water bobs are still usable. I would say they're really good for like if you live in an apartment, a small apartment where you need to be able to put some water back in case of like a hurricane or whatever. Let's see here. JB, where do you find all these crazy little these little emoticons? Because I've never seen the brain one before. um, let's see. Cindy says got 11 stainless steel food grade 55 gallon drums from a local honey producer. Otherwise, they crush and recycle. Yeah, that works. That works. And I do live in an apartment. I got you. I got you, Killer Smurf. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Water bricks are nice, but they're expensive too. They're expensive. Let's see. Possible free or cheap storage containers. I got you. Okay. And then and Paradigm is Shift is telling us that's why I use the huge fish totes. Of course. Yes, those things are expensive, but they're nice. Okay, let's see here. So wrapping this up, and then we can go back to the chat and the poll. You know, while some of the discourse surrounding food shortages may seem speculative, the underlying economic environmental factors driving these concerns are very real. Taking concrete steps to increase personal preparedness and food independence will not only help mitigate the impact of rising food prices and shortages, but also contribute to long-term self-sufficiencies. Individuals who act now by investing in food, learning preservation techniques, and building local food networks will be better positioned to weather future disruptions and ensure their families remain well fed during certain times. It should be uncertain times. And going to the poll, what is the best way to prepare for food shortages? 59% say build a food stockpile. 32% say start a home garden. 7% say support local farmer markets. And 2% say raise chickens for eggs. 44 votes, 44 people in the chat. I don't think it gets any better than that, guys. I really don't. And I appreciate your effort. I've always been an advocate for, tough times. You can overcome anything with effort and enthusiasm, always. All right, so I'm going to go to the chat here real quick. Let's see. Preston says, making hardtack this weekend and currently studying how to plant the Three Sisters corn, beans, and squash. Love it, man. Absolutely love it. Let's see here. There's a spam emoji. I don't have it yet. No spam emoji. There's a spam. Where's our spam emoji? That looks like a little pink brain to me, JB. That can't be a spam emoji. Spam plus something equals spam. I don't know what that is. Let's see here. I like the hardtack better than many crackers available these days, and use my own grain and fresh flour. Know what is in it. White Trash Willie. What's going on, Willie? Howdy. Good to see you, man. Welcome to the stream. We're getting ready to end it here shortly, but you're definitely welcome here. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. All right, let's see. So we covered the poll. We're knocking the poll out of the park. And now it's up to 45 votes, which is pretty awesome. Okay, I guess this would be in the last few minutes. If you have something that you guys want to talk about or you want some answers on, this would be the time to do that. Go ahead and put that in there. Also, if you love your country, if you love America, put one in the chat. That'll wake everything up. It'll really mess with the algorithm. They just don't know what to do when we do this stuff. Number one in the chat, America. Okay, let's see here. Gratitude. Don't forget to stock up on meds. Yeah, I mean, I don't really push it, but you've got the Jace Medical. I've got a banner for that. Let me throw that up there while we talk about it very briefly. That's not it. It's not a banner. It's a brand. Where we at here? The Jace Medical. So with the Jace Medical guys, the Jace Daily program, I know I've got a couple of people onto it. If you don't know about it yet, but basically the Jace Daily program, it's all your meds, but you get a stockpile of them. And then that gives you the opportunity to rotate them out. I'm pretty sure that they take the the FSA or HSA or some other thing like that, whatever you're using. I'm pretty sure they actually probably take insurance. I don't know. But I would definitely look into it. But before you do that, make sure that you remember to use LocalPrepper10 as your code, because it's going to save you 10%. 10% on medication is not a joke, guys. It's not a joke. So I would definitely look into that if you get the opportunity to do it. All right, we're going to throw that template up there. And we're going to go back to the chat because somehow I have 12 new freaking comments. It's because I asked it. America. Who is that? Jordan 1-2. Yeah, no problem, Killer Smurf. Easy work. Effect of Prepstock on podcast during the event. I plan ahead. Effect of Prepstock on podcast during. Oh, I see. You're wanting to know if I'm going to be doing these live streams during Prepstock. For the probably for like 4 days. Let me look at the calendar real quick here. So I'm going to slide down here. There's the 12th, the 13th. I probably will not do a dedicated live stream on the 10th or the 11th. But probably also not the 14th. So I may be back on that Tuesday, the 15th. So basically like 4 live streams aren't going to happen. But what I do plan on doing is I will be making videos while we're at Prepstock, also the build up, that kind of thing. So you'll be getting regular videos, just not the live streams. And if I have the chance, what I may do is have the girlfriend drive, and I'll do a live stream while we're driving. So you may get one that way. It's all going to be very, very fluid, and there's no real way to do it. Jordan says, can you do a live at Prepstock with members that show up? I'll be there. It will be live. No, there's actually a schedule, Jordan. And it's also on a weekend. So it's not really, it wouldn't actually, it's out, 1, out of schedule, and 2, I'll be running Prepstock. So I won't really have time to do anything live. Also, I don't think that I don't think there's enough bars in that area of the forest to be able to do a live stream anyway. So, but I mean, it's interesting. That's interesting. I kind of wish I had thought that up, but we'll see what happens. Bob says Jace takes HSA. That's not the right one. There we go. Jace takes HSA. That's how I do it. Got you, Bob. Perfect. Let's see. Tuck says, I've been told Morton salts is the same as table salt, but the smaller granules. Does anyone know anything about it? No, I just kind of like store the salt. I don't know anything about the granularity of the salt. Let's see here. Hit the thumbs up. 35 in the chat. 28 thumbs up. I appreciate you, Amanda. Yeah. Video of Prepstock would be fun for those of us that can't come. We're working on some of that, Rose. We don't know. The problem is that we don't have a videographer. There's going to be 2 of us running the whole damn thing, and dedicating somebody to during the entire event to be creating these videos is going to be an issue. Also, you've got data storage is an issue, because each one of the lectures are estimated to be 45 minutes long. So you're talking about like a huge amount of data that's going to have to be stored and processed. And then you're talking about battery power. And so there's a whole logistical chain that would be wrapped around like making that all happen. Let's see. Iodine salt content, main thing to watch. Gotcha. Maybe a group photo at Prepstock, then you can identify who's who. Oh yeah, no, we'll definitely be. Yeah, where's Catitude at? Boom. Yeah, we'll definitely be doing stuff like that. That's simple stuff. That's easy stuff to do. But as far as like a whole up like video process, nah, probably not. Let's see here. Pay for a member to come and do the recording. Cindy, when we're done with Prepstock, I think me and Jester, after a year's worth of work, all of the marketing necessary to get all of these companies to give us stuff to give you guys, after we pay all the bills, we're probably going to make about $200 a piece. This really is a labor of love with us. What I can tell you is that we've already determined that next year ticket prices will have to go up because we're going to be wanting to do more. We're going to need different venues. There's going to be a lot of different things. And we don't even, honestly, wouldn't even know if Prepstock's ever going to happen again, but we're hoping for the best. Let's see here. Oh, great. A picture of Gray Man. Women, good idea, Kat. You mean the one with the drink in your hand? Well, it is what it is. We're going to figure it out. You know, it's more of a community event than anything else. So I think it's important to remember that. I think it's important. You know, we've got great speakers lined up, but it's important to remember that it's a community event. Let's see here. Paradigm Shift. We'll talk to you later. Do you intend to make money? Did you intend to make money initially? I think that we started that way. And then it's so in the beginning we were thinking, hey, let's see what we can do. And this is the third year this has been tried. So the first year people showed up, nobody took any pictures. They were all like, oh no, you know, like the hillbillies just scurried back to the woods. And there was like 30 people that showed up. It was in the craziest place you could think of ever having one. Jester, I wasn't even involved, and Jester actually went in the hole. He didn't make any money on it. He lost money on it. And then the second year, there was just nobody was like wanted to come. So the ticket sales that were made had to be refunded. So that happened. Everybody got their money back. Yeah, there was all sorts of problems with the one last year. The videographer that said, I'll do all this, he recorded everything, and then poof, the guy disappeared. So we lost all of that. I was actually involved in the second year, but I came in at the very end. And then this year got super involved with it. I was hoping to make a little bit of money, but you know, I mean, if you've watched any of my videos, the effort that is required to promote these things properly over an entire year, the phone calls that have to be made, the emails that have to be sent, the coordination that has to be done with the state. You know, we're talking about like a full up production of stuff. If after a year's worth of work, somebody said you might make $200 if you're lucky, would you still do it? That's the real question. So we just don't know. We just don't know. If you book them, they will come. Here you go. Let's see here. YouTube can put up all your commercials, but not the chat bar. GM finally. I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means. All right, so let's see here. Transportation way more than a ticket to attend for many. Yeah, exactly. And it is what it is. I would love to get everybody out to the actual East Coast of North Carolina. Oops, showed up. Good to go. That's what I would love to do. But these preparedness gatherings seem to be in the Virginia, West Virginia, North Carolina, basically Appalachia. And I'm just like, they don't have to be. They don't have to be. If I did something, let's put this in the chat. Let's take a quick poll in the chat. If I type the number 1 in the chat, if I were to do something like on the East Coast of North Carolina, I mean, like all the way on the East Coast of North Carolina, and what it would be basically it would be the camping is free, the parking is free, the water is free, and basically food would be made available for purchase, but you can bring your own, because it would actually be on a private piece of property. It's something that I've been thinking about, but it's so far east. I'm wondering if people will actually show up to it. So yeah, I'm very interested in knowing what people think about that, because it does solve lots of issues. But we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Okay, let's see here. Why is my chat not coming through? They're during a hurricane on the job training. Yeah, I know, right? No, it would be after. Grumpy Panda, good morning. Good to see you, bro. Near a beach? If yes, I am in. Yeah, there's a beach that's nearby. It's there's a beach that's about 20 minutes away. Yeah. Um, let's see. Ernest says yes, please. Okay. One, if it was you. Oh, well, I appreciate that, Light Raider. I appreciate that. Let's see. I guess I'm waiting for the ones to roll in to make my head like get bigger or something, you know. Free, and yep, sure will. Yeah. Now you got to pay to come, but you wouldn't have to worry about where you camped, and you wouldn't have to worry about where you parked. That's pretty much all I can guarantee would be free. All right, let's see here. Except for hurricane season. No, it would be, we'd probably, I don't, honestly, I don't know when I would do it. I don't know. Um, it's just an idea in my head right now. I guess I'm just asking for your opinions right now. Pick you up on my way from South Dakota in my minivan. Gotcha. Cindy's on the road. Okay. And honestly, I think I'd want to keep it very small. I'd want to keep it like super duper small. And the reason I would want to do that is because I think that we would probably have um, more fun. And also, I think that we could probably get more out of it as well. Let's see here. Is this lowland area? Lowland. No, I mean, it's near a river, but I mean, you got to walk for a while to get there. Only downside of me is that I'm coming from central Indiana. I gotcha. Springtime, there is a lot of events in the fall. Yeah, I mean, I've really got to look at it, to be honest with you. I've really got to look at it, because literally it would be to the point where all I'm doing is working on these events, and it's I just honestly don't know if I would have time to make all that happen. And it's one of the big issues is that with Jester and myself is that we're promising a lot to people, and people are coming a long distance. And if our lecturers decide they don't want to show up, then we're basically standing there with our schlong in our hand going, I'm really sorry. You know what I'm saying? And I don't even know, because the money's already spent. It's there is some risk involved in all this stuff. So we need one on the coast. Ernest, you're right. We do. We do not have enough events on the coast. And we need to have them more than once a year as well. We can find windows in the weather. We can find windows around a holiday that will allow people to travel and do these things. So it's just a matter of finding a venue and do all the work, do all the coordination to make it happen. So let's see. Reach out and be interested in helping if possible. I got you, Rose. I appreciate you. All right, so let's see. We've gone over our hour. We've got 47 people in the on the live stream, and Rumble's given up with the 9, and as usual. And now you know why I've moved all. Now you guys know why I've moved all my members over to the YouTube side, because there's a lot of positive reasons. If you're still holding out because you don't want to give Big Brother, $4.99 a month, then I understand, but. It's like, put the circle on the wall that says bang head here. However long you want to keep doing that, that's up to you, because things are definitely going to be changing in the next 30 to 45 days. Okay, let's see here. As usual, if you guys like what I'm doing, do me a favor, make sure you hit that thumbs up on the way out the door. If you have not subscribed, please do so now. Also, guys, do me a favor and check and make sure that you're getting notifications, that you actually have that notification bell chart hit. If possible, if you deem necessary, unsubscribe, resubscribe, make sure you hit the notification bell, that kind of stuff, because YouTube will play games from time to time. I don't think they've found me just yet. I've been pretty lucky so far, but at some point they'll start to figure it out. And also, if you're not a member of the YouTube membership program, please look into doing it. If you're on your phone, find that blue highlighted more button, scroll to the bottom, find join, and make an adult decision. I recommend the $4.99 because there are all sorts of benefits to that program other than just supporting the channel. All right, guys, that's going to be about it. Stay safe. Have a great day, and I shall see you when I see you. Bye-bye.